Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Basola. I'm a pro makeup artist here in the DZ metro area, and I'm all the types of nerds that you can think of. I am, and I love movies and TV shows. So if you're new, I'm just trying to give you a little background. If you're not new here, you already know what this is about. We're gonna recap, review, one of them. Wandavision episode 4. This is when things are it's getting us there, okay? And I just want to say, let me start putting on my makeup. I just want to say, so far, I know this is the only show that I have reviewed. I've watched other shows with the what is the word I'm looking for? With the hopes, or with the hopes of me reviewing it, but they just have not been something that I like, and I'm not gonna review something I don't like or torture my it's different for movies, because movies you have to actually kind of like watch the whole thing to know if you like it or not. But TV shows, after a couple of episodes, you're just like, So I watched Batwoman. I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna review this. It's not good. I'm sorry to say, but I don't like it. I really, really, really tried, because I was so here for the new cast. I don't want to say the new cast per se, but I was happy. I was like, oh, okay. They went ahead and switched things up a little bit. So I was excited for that a little bit. Not even a little bit. I was actually really excited for that, because I watched a lot of Arrowverse shows, and I was like, let me give this a chance. And it's not good. Okay. I don't like it. The people are good, but the writing it's not good. So I'm not doing that. And then, what is the other one? I was going to do a review of the Winx saga, because I remember when I was younger, I watched the Winx Club, and it was so nice. It was like, I love that little animated show. But same thing. But I am doing the Winx saga, but I'm doing in the style of what I feel like they should look like as far as their clothing and their makeup, because it's just not it. I'm tired of these shows that want to make things adultified. That's not a word. Is it a word? I'm not sure. But more for adult content, or more adult content. Oh my God, sorry. Like they assume shows that we watched when we were younger, they wanted to grow up with us, and that's fine. But making something dark and grim and more adult-like by desaturating the show and make it look like they all live in cemeteries, it's not cute. Y'all need to stop doing that, okay? Because it's just a video on that is coming. I just want to let y'all know WandaVision is not the only thing I'm going to be reviewing. I think maybe Monday or Sunday, I'm going to put up my review of The Little Things. I just watched that. I have to watch it again to write my notes. So I just wanted to get that out the way. Let's get started with WandaVision. I'm so excited. I really, 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 really love this show, okay? I'm not going to lie. I really like this show a lot. So the episode, it starts off with Monica sitting at basically like the blip, everybody coming back from the blip. And I like that they show this, because they didn't really go into it in Endgame. We just saw them blip back into like, what do you call it? Into the fight. We didn't really see them blip back into like, we didn't see the reality of people blipping back. So they showed Monica, she was sitting by her mom's bedside at the hospital, and it was just so sad. I felt like in that moment they showed us, like, from someone else's perspective. That was such a moment, like the moment her mom passed away, she was already blipped, so she couldn't even get that last moment with her mom. The last moment that she had with her mom was just, for them getting ready to go home, and Thanos stole that from her. So like, ugh, so sad. So I like that they showed us that. I like that that's how they started showing us what it really looked like when people came back. So as she's in the hallway, where everyone is going crazy and frantic and trying to figure out what's happening, she runs into her mom's doctor, and she's asking the doctor, like, where's my mom? Where's my mom? And the doctor is confused, like, girl, what? Your mom is gone. She had to break the bad news to her. Ugh, it was just so sad. She had to break the bad news to her and tell her mom passed away a couple of years ago. And I like the dialogue that they're having, because in the dialogue, it's like, how do I want to say this? Showing and telling at the same time. Sometimes they show and not tell. They're doing both, and it's working out really well. What I mean is, like, in order, the last movie we saw from the MCU, so to speak, quote unquote, is Spider-Man Far From Home. And while people that were blipped, they were back in that movie, we didn't see the perspective from everybody else. And they're just pointing out things that took place in the meanwhile. The doctor clearly wasn't blipped, so she knew what was going on. So she basically like broke it down for Monica. This is where we get the idea how long it's been. And I don't know, that scene was so sad to me, but the way they started off the episode, oh, chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. I really loved it. So what I like that they did in this episode is something very simple, but as they were like introducing everybody, as they were mentioning people's name, before we go to the next scene, when they were still in that hospital scene, when she mentions her mom's name to the nurse, or at the nurse's station, she said it like a couple of times so the nurses would know. But it's also for the people that are not like super MCU fans, and they're probably like checking this out, or even if they are like they've seen all the movies. Not everyone is like a super fanatic like some of us are. So I like that they're saying the names. So kind of like a refresher. That's what I was trying to say with the Spider-Man thing. Like, that was a long time ago that movie came out. It's been like 18 months now. And it was just kind of good refresher for people to know who the people are. So when she mentions her mom's name, it's to the nurse, but it's also for the audience to know, hey, this was the little girl y'all saw in Captain Marvel. Or this is, the little girl that y'all saw in Captain Marvel, her mom is who she's referencing. So, it's easy for people to connect the dots, and it is a good refresher. So it's been a couple of weeks, after the shock of her mom's death has happened and all that stuff. She's back. She's ready to get to work. She goes to work, and her badge is not working. It has expired. I'm sure they had to revamp and redo a couple of things since the blip, since everybody came back, or not since everybody came back, since the blip. And it's like, sir, if you don't know who this lady is, you're the new one here, okay? If you don't know who she is at all, you're the new one here. So you need to calm down. That security guard was so rude. Ooh, I was upset. I watched this 3 times already, and I was upset all 3 times when he was talking to her like that. I was like, if you don't shut your ass up, do you know who you're talking to? And like I said, I know for some people, it might be like, you don't need to like show. But I like that they did. They were showing and telling us at the same time. So the names, every time someone shows up, they're kind of like telling us their name, just in case you were lost or you don't remember who's who. They do that to everybody here. So as she's saying, I have a meeting with blah, 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 he shows up, and it is, what's his name? Tyler Hayward. I just want to say, I don't know if I trust him yet. I don't know if I trust him. Like, so far, he seems like, he's on her side, and the acting director, because of everything that has happened. I don't trust nobody. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, I don't trust nobody but Vision. Okay? I don't trust them. Well, right now in this episode, I trust Darcy and I trust Jason Woo. But everybody else, if you're not Monica and if you're not Vision or Darcy, because Darcy's harmless. And she is annoying though. I find her annoying, but she's harmless. And Jason, so I like that they just, they're doing the whole thing of introducing everybody, because there's some characters in here. This is the first time we're meeting them, so to speak, in this show. All grown up. In case you've forgotten, the last time you watched Ant-Man or the last time you watched Thor, you may not know who Jason Woo or Darcy is. So they're just giving everybody a refresher, and I just love it. And I'm gonna move on because I know I keep saying it. It just made me happy. I'm like, I know y'all don't have to tell us who these people are, but it's good. Like, if you're like, or if you're watching with someone that, like I said, is not engulfed in the MCU, they can just be like, I know who that is. I know why this person is here. They are doing a walkthrough of, I had to put my liner on. They are doing a walkthrough of, Sword, their headquarters, the main headquarters. And, he's basically updating her with everything that has been happening. And, they're just basically going back and forth on what they've been doing. And he's telling her, well, we weren't able to do blah, 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 but we've been able to do other things. And, he also, can we talk about how the Sword headquarters looks like a high-tech updated version of SHIELD? Okay. And basically, I like how they're just hinting at certain things, like little things, how he mentions that, without her mom, well, basically her mom is who founded or started Sword. And I love that she founded Sword, so to speak. That's what they made it seem like. And Agent Carter, her show is actually really good. I liked it, and I don't know why ABC canceled it. Bring it back and stop playing games with us, Disney, Marvel. Thank you, thanks. But her show was really good. Agent Carter. Her show was really good. And, Agent Carter was basically the reason why SHIELD exists. So, two boss women doing a damn thing. I love it. So, this point now, we see, what is her name? We see Tyler just give her a rundown of what's going to happen. The mom basically put Monica on probation to, I guess, not go into outer space. That's the gist of what I got that in that conversation. So she has to stay in world to just like get stuff done here. I think it's a safety thing. So he basically sends her to the mission that we now know is at Westview. And oh my God, I saw on camera, my foundation always looks like I'm crazy. This is gonna blend out, I promise. But she basically goes there. So the first thing I noticed when she got to Jersey, or they're already basically, I think, no, they're in New York. When she got to Jersey and she meets Jason Woo, I appreciated that when she came out of the car, she was in combat boots. And I'm saying this because in a lot of these shows, like detective movies, TV shows, they're always making women in heels when they're about to go, like, I don't want to say into battle, but when they're just about to go to somewhere where you should just not be wearing heels. Like, why are you why are you in heels? And where you might go run, chase after somebody. Why are you in heels? I just want to say I appreciate that. She was in combat boots and she looked like she was ready for the mission at hand. I don't know. I wrote that in my notes and I really appreciated it. Because when I saw it, because in the previous scene when she was talking to Tyler, she had on her heels, but she's like that's going to the office, so that was very appropriate. And when she went to go meet Jason, because she didn't know what to expect, so she was in boots, like she was like in her gear, in her uniform, ready to go. I don't know, it may not mean anything to anybody, but I really appreciated that. I really liked it. Okay, I loved it. So as she meets Jason. He does his little card trick. That the first time we saw that was an Ant-Man. But anyway, he's giving her the breakdown of what's going on. He tells her someone is missing. Do y'all think it's like Ralph missing? Do we think that's who Ralph is, or is Ralph just still who Agnes is claiming to be her husband, but we know he don't exist? Is that what it is? I don't know. But basically, it seems like to us, like now that we know what's going on, it seems like if you go into that world, maybe you don't exist. I don't know. No, let me not say that, because the rest of the people, they still remember Monica. Anyway, so he's giving her the breakdown, and then they're talking to the cops, and while standing next to the Westview sign, the cops say Westview don't exist. Westview doesn't exist, and the sign right there says Westview. So, sir, what is this? What is this sign? What is this Okay. Because the way she looked at them is the way I was thinking too. Because she was like, well, that says Westview. So, okay. And then she asks, where are you from? They say Eastview. Y'all, I about threw my phone at the goddamn TV because what? You're from Eastview, so you don't believe the town Westview exists. Got it. Okay. So the cops left. They busted Yui. They left. I was talking to my friend about this, and she said they disappeared into the town. No, they turned around, and you could hear them driving away from Westview. So I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but I don't know. It just wouldn't make sense to me. But foundation just fell. Thank God it didn't splatter everywhere. Anyway, our girl Geraldine. Let me stop calling her Geraldine. Monica. She goes in the trunk, gets out her drone, and she's like, she's ready to see what's going on because she needs to get to the bottom of it. And I'm trying to get my life together here. Pardon me. Okay. So she's trying to see what's going on. And she flies her drone, basically. Flies her drone because after she asks, what's his name? After she asks Jason, like, why didn't he go check it out or something like that? And he says, it won't let me. Don't you get that feeling? Monica's like, well, feeling or not, we're going to see what's going on here. So basically, that's what she decides to do. She flies her drone in there. And then with a little distraction, she's talking to Jason. And she looks up and they both realize that the drone is gone. And her drone looks, I don't know, it didn't look modern. It looks old. Because when we see that drone enter into Westview, it looks cuter. Okay? So, what? Anyway, that's not important. I just noticed that. So, that disappeared in there. And that was the drone that we found that landed in Wanda's rose bushes in episode 2. So after that happened, it's 24 hours later. Well, no. the drone disappears in there. She goes to the field, the force field, and it looks like there's this effect. Oh my God, I forget. I know what it is, but I don't know how to pronounce it. More, whatever. You know, like that fuzzy looking thing if you try to take a picture on your phone, or if you try to take a picture of your computer screen on your phone. That's what that looks like. That's what the barrier looks like. So she touched it and she's like, my hand can go in here fine. So she was being nosy. Don't touch stuff. That's how you die, okay? But anyway, she touched it, and then she touched it enough to zap her into the world. And Jason panics, and they showed us that it's 24 hours later. So 24 hours later, they already, Jason has contacted Sword. They set everything up outside of the Westview town that exists but doesn't exist, and we're all confused. I still stick by my theory that if you watch Once Upon a Time, you know how like if you go on the edge of Storybrooke, it looks just like the same thing when you're staring into Westview. That's what it looks like how it's enchanted in Storybrooke, and here it's like spellbound. So I don't know if I mentioned this already. I didn't. But my theory is that Wanda going through what she's going through, she meets Agnes somewhere, tells her what's going on, and Agnes is the one that helps her set up this whole shebang. No? And she just doesn't know it right now. We know Wanda is the one controlling everything, but child. Because Sword has the same questions we got, okay? We're just seeing everything that has happened, obviously, from their perspective. But the questions they're asking, we're asking. So if you guys don't have the answers, and we don't have the answers, what's going on? Someone tell us. Monica's going to let us know what's going on. Because what? So anyway, after we see the whole setup, we are seeing that the next thing they show is Darcy and 3 other people in a truck getting ready to go to the base where they've set all this extraness going on because they're trying to find out what's going on. That's number 1. 2, what do I want to say it is? They need to rescue Monica because, ma'am, we need you back here. How are you getting sucked into all of this? Basically. That's basically what's happening here. So they set up everything. Darcy's in the truck with 3 other people. She's in there. We find out we find out that she's a doctor. So great for her. Because the last time they showed her was in Thor, right? Like, that's the last time we saw Darcy. So she asked the first guy, who they were, just trying to make small talk, trying to get to know them. And this stupid guy, douchebag, he was like, we're not supposed to talk to each other. Okay. Okay. And then the lady, Darcy asks the lady, she says what she does, and the other guy says what he does. And then the first guy tried to introduce himself. She was like, we don't care. Or she said, shut up or something like that. I was like, yes, that's what he deserved. Because, sir, don't be rude. She's just trying to be nice. Like, y'all all are here for a certain reason. And then they never showed any of these people again. Maybe we'll see them down the line. But I don't know why I was like hoping they would be like her core team, like they'll be working together. That's what I thought that meant. But we didn't see them for the rest of the episode. So she's setting up her little station. Darcy's setting up her station, and she's asking the guy that seems to be nothing but a security guard. It was a lot of douchebag guys in this episode, y'all. Anywho, she's asking all these questions, and he's just like being rude to her. I mean, she was being a little annoying, but it was just like, it wasn't, what's the word I want to use? She wasn't being annoying to him. She was just asking him standard questions, and he was being rude to her, basically. Like, I can't tell you this, I can't tell you that. Well, I'm the one that's here to help, so you need to start talking, okay? Y'all need to start talking. Anyway, I don't know. I find it really weird that they know they're bringing in these people to help, but you're not willing to talk to them. So what do you think she's there for, to party? Like, I don't understand that. Why are they not briefing these people? Like, whatever they need, let them know. Even Tyler, it's like, y'all bringing these people and you're asking her who she is? What? It's so confusing. So who brought her in? If you're the director and you don't know who this person is, that's very odd and weird to me, guys. It's very odd and weird. Anywho, she sets up, so she's seeing this radioactive thing is going on. So she asks for a TV. They bring her one. She's basically seeing what's going on, and that's how we see that Sword is obviously the one watching what was going on. And we know I mentioned in my last episode that I think, or maybe was it the first one? I don't remember. But in the last episode, one of these videos, I mentioned that Darcy was the one that is watching. Yeah, I did mention that. Was the one watching from the TV. I knew it. And then when they zoomed back, you could see her notepad when she closed the book, or when she was writing something and she closed the book, and it just showed us, like, everything is just relating to what we've already seen. So they're tying everything together. That's why I feel like the next episode is really going to pick things up and kicking up a notch. And I'm really, really, really excited. So they sent the guy that we now know, they sent him in the Sword hazmat suit. Yeah. To go find Monica. That's basically what his mission is to go get Captain Rambeau, to go find Monica. And he's geared up, they wire him down. So when he gets to the border of where, I guess, the town, how do I want to say this? Where the town has the barrier in the sewers, his rope that he's on separates from him. And when they pull it back up, it looks like a jump rope. What? So the douchebag security guard looks at it and he's like, what the hell is this going on? Like, what's happening here? How do you tell your boss what's going on? Like, how do you how do you say, hey, the guy never showed up? And also, we saw the Sword agent that went in the sewer when he came up into the town of oh my god, into the town of Westview. I'm like trying to do something and talk at the same time, and it wasn't working. Like, I was twisting my words. But when he got there, it seems like the type of no Wanda said was like a different type of no. I don't know if that was on purpose or if it was a continuity error. I don't know, but it was a different type of no. So is it like she kept saying no, like no, 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 and we only saw the one from the first episode? Is that what it is? Oh no, from the second episode. Yeah, from the second episode. Is that what it was? And also, can I just say, from the second episode, remember in the beginning, when they were hearing noises, I feel like all the noises that they were hearing were the different things and different drones or whatever that the Sword camp was sending into alternate Westworld, alternate Westview, to see what's going on, like to penetrate. I feel like that's the sound they were hearing, and maybe those were the things that they were hearing on their window, like Wanda and Vision were hearing when they were laying on the bed. I feel like whatever Sword was sending in instead of actual people, that's what was making all that noise against their window. What do you guys think? That's what I think. Because before that, they were hearing, when they were laying down, before they decided that it was the tree banging on their window, we know that Wanda was hearing sounds, but it was late at night and she didn't go check it out. So, that could have been it. Because the next time, I don't know, right? I don't know. That's just what I think. That's my theory. So for me, this is the point where I'm like, we are caught up with SWORD agents because the questions that we're asking is what they're asking. They're not giving us any answers to anything we've been asking for the past 3 episodes. It's like we're just not catching up, or they're just not catching up to us. We already know. I mean, they're tying everything together, but we already know what all these things are, okay? Like, I mean, we don't know. But we've already seen all of them happen. There's a hair in my, there's an eyelash in my eye. Oh my God. Y'all, when I'm filming, it's always something. So, like I was saying, it's like whatever is going on, we're trying to figure it out at the same time. The questions we've been having for the past couple of episodes is the same questions that they're having while they're watching these shows, like watching what's happening. They're invested in the show. We're invested in the show. And Darcy asking Jason if he wants a chip, and he thinks she's asking if he wants kids. Oh my God, that was funny to me. And I feel like they have a good work friendship going on right now. They're getting along, and I really want to say I really like the character, the Jason Woo character. I really like him. Like, he's such a likable character. Besides, y'all know I love Vision. Vision is my favorite. Next, right now, I'll say is Jason, because I think he's also harmless. I think Darcy is annoying. I don't dislike her. I just think she's annoying. Like, So everybody in SWORD, they figure out what's going on in the town, but they're confused. Like I said, just like we're confused, they're trying to figure it out. And they're trying everything that they can. Everything. So we noticed that I don't want to say that they see the glitch, but because it doesn't really look like it glitches. It just looks, well, yeah, maybe it does look like it glitches to them, but we see that Wanda is rewinding time, or whenever something seems to mess up her perfect dialogue, her perfect life, she seems to rewind or glitch or just like reset everything, and we see to them when they're watching it, it just looks like a glitch and they're trying to figure it out. The first part of infiltrating inside of Wanda's head or her life or whatever, her illusion, was when Darcy suggested to Jason, his name is Jason, not Jimmy, right? I hope his name is Jason, and I've not been saying, because I've been saying Jason this whole time, not Jimmy. Oh my God. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But she basically tells him, let's try this, and they try it. That's when we noticed the radio thing happen. So earlier we saw that they were able to identify everybody as real people. So I think that is what Herb was trying to tell Vision. Yeah, they're real people, but they're trapped in this world. I guess we're gonna figure it out as the show goes on, but we see Dottie doesn't have like a, what do you call it? They didn't show who she was in the real world, but they showed who she's married to. Like in Wanda's illusion world, she's married to John, but in the real world, John is a person that is identifiable, but what's her name? Dottie is not. And the last person that's not identifiable at all whatsoever is Agnes. They did not show that Agnes was identifiable. They don't know who she is. We don't know who she is. It's too many, like, I'm not trying to make too many theories anymore on Agnes. We're gonna figure it out when we figure it out, because I don't know what's going on. I literally don't know what's going on with Agnes, but I feel like, did I say this already? I feel like whenever Wanda, something was wrong with her whenever she had like her breakdown. I felt like she met Agnes along the way, and Agnes is the one that helped her create this world in Westview, this illusion-ridden world in Westview. So we'll see how they play it, but the show is really clever. I'm loving this show, y'all. My dad is watching a show all the way upstairs, and I can hear it down here. So if you hear anything else, that's what it is. Anywho, once they realize that that there's a glitch happening, Darcy mentions that there's an interference going on, and yeah, we know, but we don't know who's doing it. This episode, we obviously didn't get a commercial because we didn't really get a lot of Wanda and Vision until like the end of the episode. So they go back to where we last saw, like how Monica got blasted from last episode. They basically show how it happened and how she realizes that she's in control. She knows what's going on. She's not being controlled. She's the one controlling stuff. Basically, that's basically what they told us. She's the one controlling stuff. And she asks Monica, how do why did you mention Ultron? You're not my friend. You're not my neighbor, because how would you know who Ultron is? And I feel bad for Geraldine. Oh, Monica. At this point, I feel bad for Monica. And when she got blasted back to our reality, like out of Wanda's perfect illusion, we see that what's her name? That Monica got blasted through 3 walls. And I need to know how they're going to break this down to us, because it was 3 walls that she broke out of, 3 walls that she broke out of. And to me, it represents the 3 decades that Wanda has had in this perfect world. So while it's so chilling. While that was happening, or right after it happened, she fixed her little mistake, and she's still like thinking about it. Her brain is still scattered or jumbled up or whatever. And then Vision walks in. Vision asks, where's Geraldine? And then they zoom into Wanda saying, oh, she was in a rush. She had to go home, honey, or whatever. Well, she left, honey. And that's when we see the real Vision, okay? Dead Vision, crushed soul, crushed forehead Vision, because her mind was still a little jumbled up, and she had to reset herself to see the perfect alive Vision. And I was like, whoa, Wanda, what are you doing? Sis, what are you doing? What are you doing to my Vision? Anyway, he's acting like everything's okay. I just have so many questions. Do y'all not have questions? I have so many questions, because why does it seem like, okay, at the end of that like right when it was about to end, when Vision was like, we could leave. It's like he's aware. He tells Wanda, he was like, we can leave. We don't have to stay here. And she was like, we don't have to go anywhere. This is our home. First of all, no, it's not. Okay, this is not your home, ma'am. You don't even live in Jersey. You live in New York. What do you go, ma'am? Anyway, she basically tells him, this is our home. And he fake smiles, because that was not a real smile. He fake smiles. It's like he's aware, but I want to know how, if he's dead. Because he seems to be the only, like, he's questioning everything. At this point, he knows, like, and she said something like she got everything under control. He's like, I just want to know how Vision is able to question things. He's been questioning things since the first episode. I've been saying this. Like, if he's dead, how is he like semi aware of something not being right and not being perfect? Because if he was just her perfect illusion, we wouldn't see Vision. Vision would just be playing along as a perfect husband. So I have so many questions. Like, why does Vision know something? I feel like he's about to start investigating, but how does he know if he's not alive? So it seems like episode 5, we're going to be on the same page with Sword. We're all going to be figuring it out together. So I'm excited to see how that will play out. But once Monica lands back, though, from being blasted from the illusion-ridden Westview, she's telling them it's all Wanda. Child. And how and why is she still in her 60s clothes? Not the clothes that she came out, or that she went into it with, like in her combat gear. I'm just, so many questions. So many questions I have. Okay? I want to know. So let me know, guys. Do you guys have any prediction for next week? And if there's, like I said, I'm gonna try to do my the little things review and post it. And please comment below. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about the episode. Tell me what you're thinking so far. If at this point you don't like the show, you're just not gonna like it, because they have tied it back to the MCU action people that only want to watch shows for action. So if you don't understand what's going on at this point, not understand, but if you don't like the show at this point, I just don't think you're gonna like the show, to be honest. But I think it's really clever and I really like it. I can't wait to see what they're gonna show us next. What I don't like is these 30 minute episodes. I don't like that. I need this to be at least 45 minutes, because so many things happen in this episode that I felt like it needed to be longer. It needed to be longer. I'm shook by Vision's dead body. I'm not gonna get over that. It was very, I was scared. But that is it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I always forget to say subscribe. Oh my God. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.